Video okay? Can you start the video, please? So, should this driverless car, artificial intelligent driverless car, drive over father, or should it drive over daughter? That's the classic question we have regarding driverless cars, artificial intelligence, and this technology future ahead of us. Hello everyone, my name is Govil Rajpal. I'm from Checkpoint Software Technologies Limited, and I like to hunt cyber criminals. So hackers, I would say, hackers are the good guys. They are helping society. The bad guys are cyber criminals. Now, while we were watching this video, let's see what exactly has happened on this planet in last 60 seconds. 5,500 records were stolen in last 60 seconds when we were watching that video. So those accounts could be your credit card numbers, debit card numbers, Facebook accounts, LinkedIn accounts, and any personal information. We spent around 4,400 USD as part of the cyber crime in last 60 seconds. Maybe somewhere we experienced the ransomware attack and organization had to pay this much amount in last 60 seconds. Thanks to the easy available tool over the internet. So last 60 seconds, 830 new malwares were created. So 832 new malwares were created in last 60 seconds. We spent around 208,000 USD on the security technologies in last 60 seconds. So somewhere somebody bought firewalls, intrusion prevention systems, sandboxing solutions, cloud security solutions, or maybe the endpoint security solutions. We have also spent 200,000 USD in last second on the audits regulations. Maybe PCI, HIPAA, and the world is talking about GDPR. So on GDPR, 200,000 maybe dollars per spent. And this number will be double by 2020. This number will go double by 2020, and it may go up to 100 times by 2030. So what is the major key driver for these numbers? Why these numbers will grow 100 times by 2030? And the major key driver is internet. Major key driver is cloud. Major key driver is mobile, and especially I would say Internet of Things. When telephone started, it took 75 years for telephone to reach to 50 million users. 75 years. Facebook took 2 years to reach 50 million users. And then Twitter came in, and Twitter took just 32 minutes. In 32 minutes, Twitter reached to 50 million subscribers over the internet, thanks to the power of connectivity we have. So 10 years back, 20 years back, we never thought there will be an internet and we will start interacting with different applications, different services over the internet. Then internet came in. Now everything is online. We book tickets online. We have mobile phones. Mobile phones are connected over the internet every time. Now there is a market of IoT, Internet of Things. So we are saying everything will be connected. Now what is the definition of everything will be connected over the internet? So 500 billion devices will be connected over the internet by 2030. And researcher says every home will have 500, minimum 500 devices. Those will be connected over the internet, every home. Now those can be the smart lights, those can be the smart switches, those can be the smart curtains. So we have in market IoT-enabled curtains, and those curtains are connected over the internet, and you can remotely control those curtains. So I was reading a couple of classic examples. You go to a bar, you get a drink, and drink has some ice cubes. Those ice cubes will have IoT-enabled sensors. The moment your drink is about to over, those sensors will notify bartender, and bartender will get a drink for you. So that's how we are using IoT. Now, with this digital transformation which we have seen in last couple of years, we have seen couple of organizations coming up with the disruptive business models. And I would say these are the 5 classic examples of digital transformation. Uber, Facebook, Airbnb, Netflix, and Alibaba. Why these are the 5 classic examples of digital transformation? Because they have connected to different type of people. So business model is common. They have connected to different type of people. One is people who want something, and the second is people who have something. The people who have something, maybe the cab drivers, people who want something, people like us. I want to go from one place to other place, but I didn't knew 5 years back how to connect to a taxi driver, how to book a cab. But now with one app on my mobile phone, I can connect to the driver anywhere. So I go to any city, I go to anywhere in the world, I use the same Uber app and I can connect to the drivers available in that specific city. So these are the classic examples we have seen as part of the digital transformation. But this is the reality? No. So reality is something different. What we experienced in last year. So these are the classic examples which we have seen in last two, 3 years as part of the cyber attacks. The biggest one is Yahoo. 3 billion user accounts were dumped over the internet as part of this hack. And then we experienced WannaCry. I think we all have heard about the WannaCry. It was everywhere in the news, magazines. It was there on the FM as well. So everybody was talking about WannaCry. And people say such attack happens once in a decade. Once in a decade. So initially 99 countries were impacted by this ransomware WannaCry, but later on it was identified that 150 countries were impacted by this ransomware attack WannaCry. And people were saying this happens only in a decade, in 10 years. But what we saw, after 2 months, another attack, not big deal. 60 countries were impacted. 60 countries were impacted, and one entire country was left in dark, Ukraine. One entire country was left in dark because of this ransomware attack. Now, we always heard attacks are happening. Who are those attackers with whom we are trying to fight for? We invest so much on user awareness, we invest so much on the technologies, but to whom we are fighting for? These are the 3 classic examples. On my left, or I would say on my right, the guy Dennis. He's a Russian hacker, and he's the man behind one of the famous banking Trojan, Gcss Trojan. So this man compromised 1 million machines on this planet and gathered millions of dollars from the different banks and different organizations. Man in the middle is Willie. He's an Estonian hacker. He likes to do phishing. So he masquerades the identity, he sends the phishing emails, and then start collecting the money from the different organizations and from the different people. And on my left, there's a guy, Zhugnev. He's again from Russia, and he's the man behind Zeus banking Trojan. So he's running a club, business club, and that club is worth of $100 million. So they have already gathered $100 million from this world, from different organizations, from different banks. So Dennis and Julian, they both have been caught by the Polish FBI. They are in jail now. Will is still out, and Interpol, Europol, FBI, most of the country police intelligence agencies are behind them. So these are different people. So there is not a common hacking group. So you can deploy you can take a common approach, and you can defend these against these attackers. So these are different people, different motives, different targets. So your security strategies, your security planning has to be different. because you are facing different types of attacks. Banks may face different attacks. National critical infrastructure may face different attacks. And some other organization may face different attacks. So you should have a different business strategy against them. So currently, we are facing problems with these hackers. In future, we might face problems with these supercomputers. So these supercomputers, they do exist on this planet now. These supercomputers can launch attacks, these supercomputers can find vulnerabilities, and these supercomputers can also help you to defend against attacks. So these 7 computers participated in a CTF challenge in 2016 in Las Vegas. One of the supercomputers won the game, and that computer was given a chance to compete with world's best human hackers in DEF CON. DEF CON is world's largest hacking gathering. So that machine, that supercomputer competed with best of the human hackers. Any guesses who won the competition? Human hackers or machines? Any guesses? So human hackers won the competition. Machine lost. We are still in a digital age where we are dependent on machines and machines are dependent on us. But next 5 years, next 10 years, maybe machines are not dependent on us. You will see a lot of attacks, sophisticated attacks coming from such systems. Cryptocurrency. So whenever we talk about cryptocurrency, we talk about dark web or we talk about ransomware. He's the man behind Ethereum and Bitcoin, Valtik Buterin. He's the man, he's the co-founder. He wrote the idea of Ethereum and Bitcoin. So dark web, the web which we access using Google Chrome, Mozilla or Internet Explorer, that is the clean web, just 5% of the total internet. Rest of the web is dark web and deep web, where a lot of or maximum illegal activities happen.